Good morning, Harold Elementary. Miss Davis here with another video. Happy Friday. It's good that we've all made it through another week. Sorry, let me fix my hair. That's going to bug me. All right, we've all made it through another week. Today is, in fact, the day that we submit the grades for the fifth, sixth week. So if you have some social studies work that you did and you haven't turned in yet, you need to turn it in, okay? You need to turn it in today because otherwise it's going to be an incomplete or you're not going to get the extra credit for it, okay? So the way grading is working is for the first 3 weeks that we did online classes, I am taking those grades as extra credit, okay? So if you do that work, then you will receive extra credit. And then this week, or last week, which was the last week of the grading period, all of that work needs to be done, okay? And you will get a grade for that week. If you don't do the work for that week, you will get an incomplete and it'll be frozen, okay? For all of the guys that are doing packets because they don't have internet access, of course, that incomplete can be made up later when you do, if you have your packet work, and we will figure something out, okay? But for all of you guys who are watching my videos and do have internet access, that work needs to be turned in, okay? This week is starting the new grading period, so everything going forward from here is going to be for the last 6 weeks, so it's a whole different grading period. So if you do have to do some quick work right now, it would be better to work on the work from last week, okay? So that was like the journalism quiz, where you picked the article and told me if it was news, feature, or opinion. And then the article where you had to tell me the 6 parts of a journal article. And then the Smithsonian tour where you picked your favorite exhibit at the Smithsonian Museum of Natural History and told me about it, okay? So those 4 things, super quick. Remember, if you did the journalism quiz, submitting in the website does not send it to me. I have no relation to that website whatsoever. Submitting it to the website just grades it. You then need to take a screenshot of your quiz results and send them to me. If you don't do that, it doesn't count. I've already gotten a lot of them from you guys. So, the guys who are doing work every day, I'm not worried about you. You've already done that. But some of you guys who are trying to catch up real quick, that quiz is an easy thing to do. It's just a completion. Like, I just want to see that you did it. So take it real quick. And the link is in that class story for the day and in the message I sent for last Monday, which was the 6th, I believe. So get that done. Okay, now moving on into actual new stuff now that we did the, housekeeping stuff. Okay, so today is actually Bat Appreciation Day. Woohoo, big deal. Okay, so Bat Appreciation Day is a day where we all appreciate how great bats are and all the good things they do for us. So there's some really great facts that I'm going to share about bats and show you why I think they're so awesome. Okay, so first of all, when we think bats, of course we think vampires. Ooh, because they've been tied in our movies and TV shows, and you hear vampire bats. But did you know there are only 3 species of bats? There's only 3 types of bats who actually drink blood. The rest eat insects, fruit, fish, all sorts of random stuff. But only 3 of them drink blood, and there's like hundreds of types of bats. Okay, so they actually are mammals. Okay, because they're warm-blooded and they have fur and they have live babies. Okay, so they don't lay eggs. They have just babies. All right, so they are mammals and they are actually the only flying mammal. Okay, so we have mammals like us who live on land, and we have mammals that live in the sea like whales and dolphins, and we have mammals that fly, bats. Okay, they are pollinators, which means they carry pollen from flowers and trees, and that helps to grow things like fruits and vegetables or pretty flowers that you see. It's very important that we have pollinators. Another great pollinator is the bumblebee, and in fact there is a bat called the bumblebee bat, which is really tiny. It's only about yay big, I want to say, and it is the world's smallest mammal. Okay, so the bumblebee bat. It's the world's smallest mammal. Teeny tiny. And it's super, super cute. Super cute, guys. All right. And one thing we know about bats is that they travel using echolocation. Okay, so that's when they make noises like clicks or like weeds or things like that, and it bounces off things, and then they hear it with their big ears, and they can travel through the night like this. This helps because they're nocturnal animals, and so a lot of times they're traveling at night and they can't see anything. And it also helps because it helps them find bugs, okay? Because a lot of bats eat insects. In fact, it's estimated that a common bat can eat over 3,000 little insects a night, okay? So that's amazing. Think how many bugs we would have rolling around if we didn't have bats, all right? So not only do they eat bugs, which are gross and can make us sick, and eat our crops and do all sorts of awful things, but they also pollinate the flowers and the fruits and bees. And also with echolocation, so that helps them find insects and it helps them not run into trees and stuff. Also, bats, because they're so good at hearing, they can actually recognize each other's voices. Okay, so they can tell each bat apart based on its voice. They all have specific voices and they all know them. Just like sometimes if you hear somebody's voice, you're like, oh, I know who that is. And we can tell the difference between voices, and so can bats. All right, so that's Bat Appreciation Day. Love them. I am going to link to some bat stuff so you can watch some bat videos and read some bat facts online. Sorry about that. My cat's going crazy. All right. Also, the College Station City Council has begun formulating their economic reopening plan. What that means is they met yesterday. Okay, so they met last night, and they have started drawing up a plan that they will use to reopen businesses and the city of College Station. Okay. President Trump yesterday revealed his phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. He has a 3-phase plan to reopen the economy. So phase 1 is basically they're going to start reopening some businesses if they pass like certain tests in certain areas. Okay, so some places might be opening back up, but we will still be under social distancing orders, no groups bigger than 10 people, wearing masks and all of that. Okay, so it's not going to change an overly large amount, but we are going to see a little bit of change. And Greg Abbott is supposed to come out today with his plan. Was supposed to be yesterday, but they moved it. So he will be coming out today with his plan, and I will let you guys know. Okay, another thing. City of Bryan is going to provide 1,000 free lunches from local restaurants in like really good restaurants, like downtown Bryan restaurants like Madden's and all the King's Men that have fantastic food. Okay, so they're going to provide 1,000 free lunches at the Brazos Center. Okay, so the Brazos Center is the big building, which is like the community center, where they have rodeos and fairs and all of that. Okay, so the Brazos Center is going to be doing 1,000 free lunches. It is going to start at 11:30 is when they're going to pass out food, and the gates will open at 11. Okay, so you can start driving your cars in at 11. Now, everybody does have to stay in their car. It's going to be like drive-through only, so they'll just give you the food, and there is a max of 2 meals per car. Okay, so you can't get, like 6 or 7. You can get 2 meals per car for free during this program. This is the second time the City of Bryan has done this, and I think it's pretty awesome. So remember, today at 11 is when you can start lining up in your cars, and they will start passing the food out at 11:30. Okay, it's first come, first serve. So the first 1,000, or I guess the first 500 cars, because if each car can take 2 lunches, are going to get the food. Okay, so if you want to get it, you got to get there early. Now, one other thing I want to talk about, and this is actually going to be your question for the day, and I'm going to make you think a little bit because this is going to be a little bit more involved than some of our usual questions. Okay, I'm not going to give you the answer. You have to come up with an answer. Okay, and I'm not looking for a right or a wrong. I'm looking for your opinion on something. Okay, because we're going to talk about all of the shutdown and how what we think we feel about it, okay? So a news story I ran across today is, well, it was printed yesterday, but I didn't read it yesterday. I read it today. Was that Texas activists and pastors are actually suing Greg Abbott for his stay-at-home orders. Okay, their idea, the reason they're suing, their reasoning is that it is a violation of their freedoms, and that basically the governor cannot force people to shut down their businesses or control where they go. Okay, so this is an idea for them of, this is a personal freedom that's been taken away from me. And on the other hand, we have, this is something the governor's doing for public safety to help keep lots of people safe and keep people from getting sick. So, there's two sides to the story. So what I want you to answer the question is, so even though, like we've shut down a little bit, we haven't shut down a lot, and actually most medical professionals say we need to shut down even more in order to like really stop the disease from transferring, from COVID, from, keeping going on. Do you think that the governor gets to tell you to like shut your business down and stay at home because it's a matter of public safety and he's just trying to keep people safe? Or do you think that's a violation of your personal rights and that you should have the freedom to move around and operate your business as you will? Okay, so that's your two options. Do you think the governor gets to shut down and issue stay-at-home orders because it's a matter of public safety, and we're trying to keep people safe and keep people from getting sick, and that this is like an emergency situation? Or do you think no matter the situation, that you should have the ability to, move around as you want to and run your business and do whatever you want? Okay, so governor tells us to stay safe, shuts down things, or I can do what I want whenever I want because that's my personal rights. All right, so I want you to tell me which one you think should happen. Like, which one do you think is right? Okay, and this isn't really, necessarily a right or wrong answer. I obviously have like I have my opinion on it, and everybody has their opinions on it. And I guess we're going to figure out legally what's true when, the judge tries the case. But I want to know your opinion based on all the stuff we studied about personal rights versus personal responsibilities and liberties and the roles of government. Do you think that in a matter of public safety, an emergency situation, the governor can shut down things? Or do you think that's encroaching on your personal rights and that they can't tell you what to do or what not to do? Okay, so that's your question for the day. So this is the end of the video. Yay. Awesome. I will be linking another, fun activity that I found that you guys might want to check out. I will probably get on the Wildlife Kenya that I posted yesterday because I like looking through all the pictures, seeing if I can find any animals. It's like a I Spy hide and seek kind of game, but you also get to see super cool animals and help conservationists. So if you, want to jump on that, go for it. I will be including, though, another fun activity to do online to keep you guys busy over the weekend, because I know it's going to be a long weekend and your parents are probably super excited to give you something else to do. Okay, remember, get the grades from last week in. So if you didn't do any of these 4 things, the journalism quiz, the pick an article and tell me whether it's news, feature, or opinion, and then pick an article and tell me the 6 parts of the news article, and then go through the Smithsonian virtual tour and pick your favorite exhibit and explain it to me. Okay, so you're gonna need to watch the videos for these middle 2. You will not, I would love for you to watch the video for Mondays. But you can just click on the link and take the journalism quiz and send me the picture. You will need to watch the video for the second 2 and then check the class story for the instructions and the sentence stems. And then for the last one, for the Smithsonian, you can click on the link in the class story and just find your favorite exhibit and tell it to me. Okay? Bye. I'm signing off. Have a wonderful weekend. I love all of you. And I can't wait until I get to see you again at some point. Bye-bye.